we've got a Muslim woman who's going to stand for us for the Mayor of London contest against Sadiq Khan. So no, there are plenty of members of the Muslim community who will vote for reform, support reform. The difference here, of course, is that for many, many years, the Muslim vote was viewed by Labour as being a block vote. They turned out and voted for Labour in their droves. That has changed a lot.
You've had to withdraw some.
Yeah, because it was false. It was a complete falsification. Hurty words, or if you and I say things to each other that are mildly insulting, all right, that kind of is the way it should be. We should accept that in a free society. What we shouldn't accept is misinformation. And let's face it, this Prime Minister constantly goes on about misinformation.
But is that for the police to look at?
Given this is an electoral contest, absolutely yes.
Your friend Donald Trump says that we shouldn't posy up with China on deals, on industry and what have you. Do you agree?
He said it was a dangerous thing to get too close to China.
Do you agree?
Oh, I'm very nervous. I'm very, very nervous about the extent to which China has effectively spied on us, stolen, many of our industrial secrets. I'm worried about the extent to which they've infiltrated, using money, British universities. We must be cautious about the relationship. But I think what the Starmer trip shows you is that his mindset is where we were 10 years ago. 10 years ago, David Cameron thought China was the great future for this country. Everything's changed in that last decade. Keir Starmer hasn't.
So would you reverse any trade deals or any agreements that he's had?
Well, I don't think we should be doing any trade deals until a British citizen, Jimmy Lai, is let out of prison. You know, the fact that a guy on Hong Kong who ran a free press, it wasn't propaganda, it was a free press sheet, has now been kept for 5 years in solitary confinement in Hong Kong. This is a British citizen. It is the job of British governments to stand up and defend them. So before we sign anything, let's free people like him.
What?
How is it divisive? I think the things we're saying are just plain common sense, aren't they? I mean, we say we should control our borders as a country. We say we should prioritise British people for social housing over those that come in by small boat. From what I can understand, in this constituency alone, there are 20 HMOs, houses of multiple occupancy. I think we're divisive. I think we're reflecting what are quite clear majority views. So, do you know, frankly, whether it's Lisa Nandy, whether it's Priti Patel, I think the fact they're resorting to such extraordinary levels of insult shows you how terrified of our vote they are, how frightened of our policies they are, and I'm just not going to respond. I'm just not going to. You would expect people in politics to answer back, to fight back. I think people out there are intelligent enough to know that this level of abuse is because they're scared of us.
Something like a third of the constituents in this constituency are Muslim.
Well, and we have very, very significant, very prominent Muslim supporters. Have a look at our list of donors. See that, right at the beginning of reform, when I came back as leader, there were some prominent Muslim business figures that backed the party. Have a look at the choice I've made to stand for Mayor of London against Sadiq Khan. She's a Muslim woman. So there's no issue with this at all. There's no issue with this at all. All there's an issue with, and what we have been prepared to speak out against, is Islamic extremism, which is why I have advocated that the Muslim Brotherhood, which is, I think, a very dangerous organisation, should be proscribed. So we have no problem with the religion at all, but we have a huge problem with extremism of any kind, wherever it comes from.
And finally, do you think the former favourites here? Do you think?
Well, the bookies say so, but the bookies don't always get it right, and the bookies obviously fear a tidal wave of punters putting money on. Look, this has been Labour since 1918. It is the sixth safest area of the country for Labour. You and I would not even have been having this conversation a year ago. But after Runcorn, which after all is not too terribly far away, I would say we're in with a very, very real chance.